Iraqi Dinar Revaluation. IMF endorsement sparks global financial frenzy, published by Iraqi Dinar RV. Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar RV, your dedicated source for in-depth updates on Iraq's financial transformation. Today's report focuses on a seismic shift that's echoing across global financial communities. The reported revaluation of the Iraqi dinar and the unprecedented endorsement by the International Monetary Fund, IMF. As rumors intensify and financial circles buzz with speculation, we aim to bring you a clear, detailed, and well-researched look at what's really happening and what it could mean for you. What's behind the buzz? Over the past 48 hours, online platforms, including banking forums, currency traders networks, and even mainstream financial news outlets, have seen a surge in chatter surrounding a possible official revaluation, RV, of the Iraqi dinar. While revaluation rumors are not new, this current wave feels different. Why? Because this time the noise is reportedly backed by something substantial, the formal involvement of the International Monetary Fund. Unlike typical speculation based on rumor alone, this news appears to be driven by changes in banking behavior, foreign exchange platforms, and whispers of a new exchange rate structure, potentially surpassing $1 per dinar. A stark contrast to the long-standing 1450-1320 IQD per USD range. Is the dinar officially revalued? At this point, there has been no official government press release or confirmed statement from the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI. However, insiders within the financial ecosystem are seeing tangible shifts. Digital transaction volumes within Iraqi banking systems have increased sharply. Currency redemption centers in select regions have reported unusual activity. Foreign currency exchange portals are allegedly testing new rate structures, though these are not yet public. International investors have begun making large currency purchases, some reportedly in the millions of dollars. All of this suggests one of two things is happening. Either a large-scale preparatory move for a revaluation is underway, or the revaluation has quietly begun and a formal announcement is pending. Why the IMF involvement matters, perhaps the most significant component of this story, is the alleged endorsement of Iraq's monetary reform plan by the International Monetary Fund. If this is true, and multiple sources indicate that it is, then we're no longer in the realm of pure speculation. So what exactly does IMF support mean? One, validation of Iraq's economic readiness. The IMF does not back currency reforms unless a country has demonstrated macroeconomic stability, sustainable growth potential, and functioning fiscal infrastructure. If the IMF has indeed signed off, it would mean Iraq has reached a key economic milestone. To signal to global investors. IMF approval sends a green light to foreign investors, banks, and sovereign entities that Iraq is financially viable. It reassures them that the revaluation is not only legitimate, but also sustainable. 3. Currency credibility. One of the greatest barriers to Iraqi dinar appreciation in the past has been lack of confidence. IMF approval could reshape how the dinar is viewed globally, possibly paving the way for international banking institutions to begin accepting and even trading it at a higher value. Iraq's economic landscape today. To understand how we got here, it's important to briefly examine Iraq's current economic posture. Over the past few years, Iraq has increased its foreign currency reserves to over $100 billion, stabilized its oil production with consistent exports generating major revenues, reduced internal corruption through new anti-graft reforms, adopted advanced digital banking systems, making monetary policy enforcement more practical, reasserted independence from foreign currency dependencies, such as the reliance on the US dollar. All of these indicators align with what the IMF typically looks for before greenlighting a currency shift. What are people seeing on the ground? While the CBI remains silent, local bank clients in Iraq have reported mysterious overnight adjustments in account values, still unconfirmed officially, sudden delays in currency withdrawals and foreign wire transfers, customer service representatives at some banks issuing vague responses like, "We are undergoing rate updates." Meanwhile, outside Iraq, a surge in dinar purchasing has been observed in regions where currency exchange is permitted. Major currency blogs, financial YouTubers, and economic analysts have pivoted their focus back to Iraq, something we haven't seen since the post-2003 dinar speculation surge. Why now? The timing explained, you may be asking. If this revaluation has been anticipated for years, why would it happen now? There are several key reasons. 1. Political stability. Iraq's government, while not perfect, has achieved a relatively consistent structure over the last 18 months. This consistency is crucial for international confidence. 2. Oil prices and budget surplus. With oil prices remaining relatively high, Iraq has been able to build a budget surplus. This strengthens its ability to support a stronger currency. 3. De-dollarization in the region. The Middle East is slowly shifting away from the USD in trade settlements. Iraq may be looking to assert the dinar as a regional trading currency. 4. Digital economy push. Iraq is pushing for wider adoption of digital payments and banking, which would make enforcing a new exchange rate easier across a digitally monitored system. What does this mean for you? Whether you're a long-time holder of the Iraqi dinar, a first-time investor, or simply someone following this news out of curiosity, you're likely wondering, what does this mean for me personally? 1. For dinar holders. If the revaluation is officially confirmed at a significantly higher rate, holders could see a dramatic increase in the value of their holdings. However, it's important to remember that not all currency dealers will honor new rates immediately. Redeeming currency may involve taxes or verification processes. Governments may impose temporary restrictions to control capital flow. 2. For potential investors, now is a time of high risk and potentially high reward. Jumping in now could yield profit or not, depending on how quickly formal confirmation arrives and whether revaluation happens in phases or as a single event. 3. For global markets. A revalued dinar would signal that Iraq is re-entering the global financial system in a real way. It could increase foreign direct investment, reduce Iraq's reliance on external aid, and reposition the Middle East economically. What comes next? Here's what you should keep an eye on. Official statements from the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI. These will provide definitive confirmation. Any public documentation from the IMF validating their approval. Rate adjustments appearing on global forex platforms. Policy updates from the U.S. Treasury, European Central Bank, or World Bank, which may react to any sudden shift in the dinar's valuation. Until then, caution and vigilance are key. Rumors are not facts, and while all signs are pointing to something big, we recommend waiting for concrete confirmation before making financial decisions. Final thoughts. Is this the long-awaited moment? We've waited years, some even decades, for this possibility. With what appears to be legitimate backing by one of the world's most trusted financial authorities, the IMF, and concrete economic improvements within Iraq, the stage appears set. But whether this is the final breakthrough or just another step in the process, only time will tell. One thing is certain, Iraq is no longer in the shadows of global economics. It is emerging with the potential to be a formidable player in international trade, oil, and now, possibly, currency strength. Stay tuned with Iraqi Dinar RV as always. We are watching every development around the clock. Be sure to subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments, and join the growing community of people around the world who are keeping their eyes on Iraq. Backhand index pointing right turn on notifications so you don't miss our next update, especially if this news becomes officially confirmed in the coming days. Disclaimer. This article is intended for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial, legal, or tax advice. The foreign exchange market is inherently risky and prone to misinformation. Consult with qualified professionals before making any investment decision. Iraqi Dinar RV is not liable for any losses or damages resulting from the use or reliance on this content.